Faces and Places.
Faces and Places.
Faces and Places. Podcast.
We can just talk about anything to prepare for the recording. So don't feel stressed. You're not stressed, right? You don't know what is it.
No, I'm actually waiting on the first question, and then I think after that I can just shoot in any direction.
Yeah. So tell me, who are you in that life?
Another man on this planet that was once a kid and still has a memory from mostly all that it's been through my life. It's still very present in the moment, you know. For example, I can just close my eyes and I remember when I was a little kid and was running in the beach, you know. And that memory comes to my cells at the present moment as soon as I remember it. So I use all of that past to produce a better future and be even more present in the present, because we are all full of learning inside. And at one point, it's gonna make sense. It makes sense. Just people sometimes they don't find their balance, and things start losing sense. But with time, everything should make more sense, because you have more learning, more experience. You just need to find that balance. You know?
Why do you think it's important to be present?
It's important because it's where you can change things, you know. In the past, it's something that you're just gonna have to deal with it. You have to accept it and grow with it, learn it. And the only thing you can change is now, you know. So for tomorrow could be maybe different. But living in the present is not even having your head too much on a tomorrow. Just having yourself here, doing it.
Yeah, I agree. But you can introduce yourself, like...
Me, I'm Ricardo.
Another man in
I'm
that world.
42 years old. I'm turning 43 in
Really?
May 1st. Yes.
I knew that May 1st. Daria told me that.
May 1st. I had a really, really different lifestyle from what's normal to maybe to expect from life. I started maybe in 1998, 97, a job, a profession, you know, that took me a little bit around the world. So
What was the profession?
I was working in the fashion industry, you know, as a model. You know.
Nice.
So that was nothing that I'd ever actually planned. It happened. The thing just happened very organic, very mostly because other people saw me and my brother. I have a twin brother. They saw in us something special, you know.
Do you feel special?
Yeah, I think everybody should. I feel special, you know. I think everybody should feel special because it's the only thing that it makes you unique. You have to feel it, you know. Maybe all of these perspectives and all of this lifestyle that is being provided since I started that job, it made me just realize that there's so much to learn, so much to see, and so less to judge. Because the less you know, the more you judge, I think, you know. And the more you know, also the more you get confused. So it's a two-way door, you know. You're stepping out of one, but you're entering the other one. But it's just sense of being and sense of staying is very important for me, you know.
And does the work, like, as model found you, or you found that job?
No, they found us in a bus station, me and my brother, when we were 17 years old. We have a twin brother, we really look alike. So this really, really nice girl, one of the nicest persons that came into our life, she saw us and she invited us to shoot this catalog, and everything went from there. We went to, you know, started in Portugal, and a few months later we were already in New York, and then all over the world. Europe, Asia, you know, America. So it was kind of a daily life that was not even planned. I was going with the flow, you know, and wherever came to me, I was just ready for it. But from the moment I left school, and I was an okay student, I actually became a student myself. I became more interested in books, more interested in different subjects, more interested in speaking different languages.
How many languages do you speak?
Fluently? None. But the ones that I can understand, it's Portuguese and Spanish because they really look alike. French, English. English is actually the second language from everyone else. Everyone uses English. French, I speak fluently and I understand it perfectly. It's actually as good as English, but I don't use it so much. And then a little bit of Italian, from the very resemble to French, and I can say to Portuguese a little bit, but not. It's the same, different vocabulary, but the same merit.
Yeah. And when you started to do modeling, like usually not every model has a great experience.
No.
And like, what is your experience? And does the model, like being a model, means being beautiful?
Actually, it's been few years now that I started talking about what I actually did, because while I was doing it, being a model is not 100% of your life. It's like 10%, okay? In between that, you have traveling, you have people you meet, things you like to do. I always put things in the right way, okay? So modeling only took like 10% of my lifestyle, giving me the rest of my lifestyle. Free time to do whatever I wanted, The most amazing thing is like you never feel beautiful enough because there's so many beautiful people around you. But at one point when you realize that beauty is actually not the thing, the attitude that you need and the energy that you bring and the things that you could change at that moment, that actually prevail, The good-looking style could be for the first 5 minutes, could be in a nice picture. But if you want to keep going and doing this for a good time, you have to have more than that. You have to be an interesting person. You have to be paying attention to people. You're just trying to do your job the best way you can every single day. Not separate the good from the bad and being good on the good and bad on the bad. No, try to be as good as you can, good or bad, with the best jobs and the ones not so good. Try to give your best to it. Because in the end of the day, it's your life, It's the way you're living it. And the fashion industry is really good at separating the blue eyes from the brown eyes. But in the end of the day, they also want someone that is also different, that gives him something different from the inside. Not only just that look, but the attitude, the moment, the presence. There's a lot to say about fashion industry.
Yeah, but I think that it will be interesting to know how did you found yourself as a surf coach, surf teacher? How did it start?
Actually, this came very naturally because I've been in love with the ocean since I was maybe born. My parents have a very traditional of being at the beach through the whole year, and in Portugal we have the chance to have the weather to go to the beach through even winter. So surfing it came through friends when I was maybe 16, 17 years old. And then when I started traveling, and then I made my first job, me and my brother, the first thing we did was buying everything to surf. So even my mom was like, you just imagine 500 euros and you spent 400 euros in surf gear. I said, this is where I wanted, That's why I want to make money to have fun. So then it's when everything also started making sense. Like I would love to go to work because I'm enjoying my life as doing surf and doing so many different sports. But surf came. So then it's when everything also started making sense. Like I would love to go to work because I'm enjoying my life as doing surf and doing so many different sports. But surf came as a release for everything, And at the same time, in the fashion world, you live a lot of adrenaline moments with all the flashes, with all the lights and everything happening around you. That once you don't have that elsewhere, you kind of miss it. And I found that same type of adrenaline in the adventure sports, including surf is one of them. And the adrenaline that you get from one and from the other, they're a little bit different, but in the end of the day, that's what gives you the drive to be here, So I never actually missed so much of the fashion moments that I had because I was always more interesting on my surfing moments, you know. And I always knew surfing is going to be part of my life through the years to come. And fashion maybe also because I've been into it through all these years. So it's going to be with me for the rest of my life. But the one who still gives me more stimulus is still surfing, you know.
Yeah, and what are you looking for example, when you talk to people? Because, you used to saw a lot of beautiful people, like from appearance, right? But just like in general, what attracted you?
That's a nice question. For example, I have a twin brother, okay? So the most resembled person on this planet, almost the same DNA and the same almost taste in life, is my twin brother. And we are so different from each other that it's amazing. So what I feel is that everyone has something to give. And sometimes I'm very curious about to know what it is. And maybe I see it first, you know, and then I try to help people to see it, you know, and then I try to also people showing me that they are seeing something about their lives, you know. And I like to be in people's life to change their something, you know. I want to change something. To get that moment that you are here, but I want you to change something. I want to get a little bit more madness in you, you know. Get that out of the box thing, you know. And when I look in people, I always see potential. In any way of life, you know. Not because I'm here guiding you and protecting you guys to try to surf and stand up on a surfboard, but mainly to give you tools to be good in the water, you know. And I want to see how people can achieve that, to get that potential. You know? And when I was working in the fashion industry, the beautiful people in the fashion industry, they only make 20%. The other 80% is working people, you know. And it's a very interesting world because everybody's looking at the beauty, but the force of it is not even the ones who are with the beauty outside. Like, this is really difficult to explain now, but the real beauty is those 80% behind the thing that you see. The face that is showing, or the body of the person is there, you know. The 80%, the non-beauty, is the most beautiful part of it, you know. And then fashion has one really, really interesting thing. It accepts everyone, and you can have your own style, but at the same time, you have the pressure to have a style, you know, to have something.
Yeah.
So people, they rush maybe to the mainstream to be accepted, but once they find themselves, they're going to individualize and be different. And that's the difference that people want. You know?
And what is your style?
My style is freestyle. So,
I love it. That's
because
amazing.
freestyle means that you're ready for everything. Okay? I'm up for anything. I'm always saying the more older you get, the wiser you get. So means you're more able to do things. Don't get bitter and saying, I don't want to do this, I don't want to taste that. No, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that at 90 years old, they say, hey, Ricky, want to do this? Yeah. You know, I don't want to be the no, I don't want to do it. I say, yeah, let's try, you know, let's do it. Let's try something new. I'm here to explore my body. I'm here to explore the options. I'm here to explore what's around us. So let's do it, you know.
Yeah. Wow. And your brother is the same?
No. We have the same taste. We look alike, but it's a completely different person. That's why I love him, you know. Because my brother has the most beautiful sense of humor that I ever saw. I never saw so much. Someone so funny like he is. He's a very funny person. And it's not what he says, it's the way he behaves. His body movement and his energy is so funny, you know. Because he's paying attention to everyone around him. That's the thing that really put us on the same perspective, is that we're always paying attention. If the other one is not paying attention, we're like,
Yeah.
competing for who's ever in the most present moment.
Yeah.
This is my competition with my brother. Who's more in the present moment? Is your head in the clouds or is it here? So we're always competing to see who's the most sharp one.
Yeah, but as you mentioned before, it's like healthy competition, right?
Yes, because if you have the energy to keep on doing what you like to do, means it's healthy, you know. If it doesn't give you energy, only takes you energy, maybe it's not so healthy. Maybe you have to change something there, so become healthy, you know. Because whenever you do something that you like, there's nothing could affect you, you know, because you're like in this bubble of happiness and drive to something that you are doing, you know.
Yeah.
And for example, surfing gave me the chance. I started with kids. I saw a lot of, I'm a surfer myself for 20 years. I feel like I'm really the type of person that feels comfortable in the water. And that's how you have to be a little surf coach. You have to be the protection first and then the guidance. When I came and I started doing this job and I saw how much people could go and achieve full potential, I said, okay, I found my way now. I actually have to be here more time. I have to be present in this moment because I see a lot of people coming out of something that they thought was not good and then coming out on top of it, you know. I want to be part of the process. You know, that's why I love to do what I do. Because I'm with people all the time, you know, different ones.
Yeah, and how you, like, because it's a big responsibility to take responsibility for someone, right? How do you feel with that, and feel some fear to be responsible for someone or not?
To tell you the truth, I go to bed in fear and I wake up in fear. But that's what drives me. If you don't fear nothing, means that you're not paying attention. Okay? I fear everything the whole time because I want to pay attention. So I love this responsibility because it gives me something to put my mind into it. Because my mind has a lot of speed, you know, as it's too fast. It thinks about things all the time, like very fast. What to do, what to say, where to help, you know. But here, not yesterday, not tomorrow, here, now, right now, what's needing me, you know. That's my drive in life. So the rest is simple.
And how do you feel being in the ocean?
The ocean is a mixed emotions, you know, because the days I look that the ocean is beautiful and it looks nice, you could stay there all day, you know, and get that relaxation, get that cleansing, you know. The ocean is a big space, but it's together, you know. The ocean it's not like land separated, it's a whole thing, you know. So when you get into the ocean, you get into the whole thing that's bigger than you. So one point is going to help you doing good things for you, you know, because it's bigger than you. So maybe your worries will be there. Maybe you get some anxieties there and you come out and you feel better, you know. So it's a big mixed feelings with the sense that you have in the ocean. I know that surfing, it's not only the ocean, it's the person, the board, and the ocean. And the three of them, they have to be aligned in some way, you know. And to do that, you have to have some tools to prepare yourself for the worst so you can be ready, and at the same time you can control part of the things you are doing, you know. And for that you need technique and a good coach.
Which ocean do you like the most, or any ocean? Like,
Yes.
because you said that it's different, like our life.
Through the ones that you try warm oceans, cold oceans, you try lakes, you try the rivers, you try. You don't try. I try it, you know.
Yeah.
And from all of them, they all give me a different sense to it. So to tell you which one is the best one is difficult because I really like to surf cold waters. You know, it's a completely different feeling. It gives you a certain cape, you know. Out of that, it's like you a little bit unbeatable for the next days, you know. When you surf on the warm water, you have more progress on the sport. You can get in and out of the water. You don't need to concern about if it's too cold or if I get a wetsuit. So you can do your training mostly anytime you want. You just pick up the board, go in and out, in and out. And if you're a little bit too hot, maybe you come out of the water, you know. So if you're getting into a level of competition and you want to try to be good, you have to go to the warm water because you can surf all day long. You just need to put some sunblock, you know. You want to get toughen up and get really ready to be a waterman, go in the cold water too. that gives you a lot of resistance, a lot of toughness, you know. You just want to dive from really long, high jumps, you go to the river. Because it's not so buoyancy, so you can just go into the water, you know.
Yeah.
When you jump in the water, in the ocean, it's more thick. When you jump in the river, it's less, you know. So when you want to be doing crazy jumps and big jumps, you go to the river. It's easier.
Yeah. So your one, the ocean you prefer is the cold one.
I would prefer the warm one because it's where you can have fun all day, you know. But the cold one made me where I am today. Made me stronger, made me really resistant to any type of temperature, you know. So I would say I would like take both.
Okay. And for how long are you working? I wanted to say working, but I don't feel that you are working, enjoying being a surf teacher.
We do 6 months season.
Yeah.
And I work from Monday to Monday. You know?
For how many years?
No, I just started 4 years ago with kids. And last year, was the year that I did the whole season because I really started enjoying it. And Sergio, the owner of the Golden Wave, is one of my best friends. And he said, you're going to try, you're going to love it. Your brother, maybe not, but you, Ricardo, you're going to love this because I did this for so long, you're going to love it. I know that he was trying to convince me to come and work for him because my friends who know me, they know I'm not afraid of working anything at any moment, at any time, you know. I never had my diva moments. I only want to work and I want to do my best. So he knew I was going to do the best job for him and at the same time having a lot of fun, and he was right.
Do you really feel working?
Never, you know.
And
it's actually fun. Like every time I say this to everyone. As soon as I left school, I wasn't doing anything else but what I wanted. Even you have to go here and there and work here and there, work there. Yeah, but it's because I want. Because if I don't want, I say no, I don't want to go. You don't want to make money? No, it's not about making money. Just I don't want to go this. You know, I don't want to do that. But I never had that problem. I was always the go for it. Let's go. You want to go here? Yes. You want to do that? Yeah, let's go. You want to go to the other side of the world? Yeah, let's go. I have a client in China that only now in the pandemic they changed a little bit. And I'm still waiting. But I would go to China for 24 hours and come back just for a job, you know. It's a 36, 35-hour journey to get to Shanghai or Beijing or Guangzhou. And you get there, you spend the night, you work, and you leave at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And they say, are you up for it? I say, any given day, you know. And I have a lot of friends in the fashion industry. They say, you crazy, man, for what? For one day you go to China? Yeah, I do that 4 times a year, so what's the problem? I even enjoy it. I love this, man. It's amazing, you know. It's a completely different experience.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. And we were discussing that you can do like money or you can enjoy your life, right? Do you think that it's still possible to be balanced? Because there are a lot of people who just have a big fear to say no for that what they don't like and to go for what they like without money, for example. You know, so like it's, for example, even my personal fear. I wanted to say like, no, I don't want to do that. I will just do something else. But I still understand. Okay, here I have stability, something, and I
you
can
still do the mathematics, right?
Yes.
Still, in the end of the day, mathematics is part of the process.
Yeah.
And of course, money comes when you're happy, when you feel safe, and when you actually have something planned. But the real lesson here is trying to be happy with or without, trying to keep the same peace of mind with or without. And once you do that, money starts having a different value, and you're gonna start using more of your imagination to get out of things instead of buying your way out of it. Yeah. And when people get the pressure to do something really different, they get amazed all the imagination they have and how can they get there. And at the same time, it's like the clock is ticking, but you're still here. You're still living here. If you feel that you're not prepared, it's the most amazing thing in the world, because nobody is, you know. And at the same time, You are giving tools every day to be ready, to be more able to do it, But feeling that you're not prepared is the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, you're saying I just, have that...
Goosebumps.
Yeah. I think that's something what I wanted to hear. It's really awesome. Like, when you look back, you understand that how great was it that, like, I tried something new. What's the value of money for you?
Money, my friends always tell me that if I would win the lottery, everybody would win. To tell you the truth, I had a lot of money coming in and out of my hands, and they went everywhere, especially to the best places, because I created a lot of moments with a lot of beautiful people, a lot of beautiful, not being the blue, beautiful, the ones who need your hands, you need your help, your attention, And money, when I had money, when I have money, when I use money, I use it for everybody else, for everyone, Put gas, to put food, and all I wanted to have, like the first things I start having, I realize it's not the having, it's the journey to do something. Because maybe once you have it, all that happiness doesn't stay in you. You're looking for something else. And then at a certain point, all of that attention that you had in that thing, it's already back there on the shelf waiting for you to have, giving it another attention, So the things that you have to pay attention first is to your peace of mind.
Yeah.
And then the jacket, the clothes, the camera, everything comes. If you pay attention, how to be relaxed, how to be happy, how to see the magic around you. Once you see the magic, everything happens. It's beautiful. They say, they put money in your pocket and this and that, and it's true. Everything comes and you even say, And valuing everything without giving too much value. Just valuing everything, Without giving more than that it's worth. Just that value. Because in the end, everything actually is going to stop being here, So enjoy all the moments you can and believe in yourself, because it's the only person who's going to believe more in you as to be yourself. This looks like a cliche, but it's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes I say, I don't believe it. That's why I love to surf and I put people to surf, because I always tell them, the whole world is like the surf, Everyone is trying to push you down, the pandemic, the war, the COVID, this and that, and all the pressures are trying to put you down, And when you go surfing, it's the same thing. The ocean, everything is trying to unbalance you, taking you out of your balance. I say you land a front foot and you own it. Don't let anybody push you around. Go low. Stay there. Okay? So I would say the same thing about life. When you think it's not going to go, stay there. Okay? One step at a time, one day at a time. Just stay there. And running is not running away. It's not like I'm not staying. I'm running. No. Running is not running. It's just staying into a best position, But I have to run or I have to stay. No, you stay inside. You stay strongly. Even if I'm running, if I'm going up anything, all the rest is, you have to stay strong inside. All the rest is coming, You have to believe in you. And you see people, for example, now coming away from the war. They have to believe in themselves. Looks like there's a dead hand, but it's not. It's not. Just one step more. Stay there. One more breathing.
Like on the wave, right? Is it hard to believe on yourself every day?
Very hard. What every day? Every second of your life. Because people mistake ego with believing in themselves. Believing in myself is doing all I can do for everybody else. That's how you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you know that you're able to help everyone. And when you know that you can help, you know how you can lead those people, you know how to protect those people, And in the end, everybody is actually giving you the energy that you need. If you have the gift to see that and do that, just do it. Because the whole society is pushing everyone in an individual looking for success. You have to go and look for success. You have to go and look for the best job. You have to go and do your best, do your best, do your best. Do your best at what? Doing your best at being you. Not doing my best at being what you want me to be. Being you, I want to read, you do it, I want to sleep, you sleep. I want to be a happy person. Please just think about it. I want to be a happy person. I want to be a happy person.
What helps you to be a happy person?
Mantras, they're really good. Like this type of mantras. The thought is a mantra, you know?
Yes.
And every time I think that I'm sitting here talking to Maisha and I'm having fun, every time I'm thinking where I am, I'm already happy.
Yeah.
You know? Even if it's a tough situation, I still can find happiness on it, you know?
I hope now it's not a tough situation.
It was a little bit, you find that we got a little windy here, a little cold, but
Yeah.
now we got back to a little bit better. It was a little shaky situation, you see?
Yeah?
You didn't felt the cold coming in? And
Yeah,
the
I
wind?
felt.
But now it's back again on...
Yeah, and I feel comfortable.
So when you're cold, you're like, maybe running away or do something, you know? But in the end of the day, you can always feel comfortable with that, even with uncomfortable situations. you know?
Yeah. You are getting used to that.
All the
faster.
time. I'm always putting myself in uncomfortable situations. Trying to do more than I can, trying to carry more than I can, you know? And at the end of the day, I say, this is just to make me feel alive, you know? It's just to make me even give him more input to be here, you know?
And do you feel yourself like on your age? Or like more
The thing is,
older or...
some days
younger.
I feel really, really old. Like I come with thoughts coming to my mind. I'm like, where did this came from? You know, this really sounds like someone really wise. And some other days I feel like a kid, completely doing stupid, random stuff. Like, but I'm always aware of what I'm doing. Even being a kid or being wise, I'm always aware. I'm always there, feeling it. You know, and I'm the one always saying, "Look at you being such a kid," you know. But it's nice that you see that in you, you know. It means that you're actually doing something that you're a little bit in control of it. I'm being a kid because I like to be a kid, you know. I'm not being a kid just randomly. And if you see that in you, you can always change what you're doing. And especially like the most amazing and the most important thing in life is having peace of mind. Because if you have that peace of mind, you can start running, you can start just jumping, or you can just stay still. You can do anything, you know. And in the end of the day, this is not ours. None of this is ours. It's just a little illusion of ours, of being ours, you know. If you know that illusion, it's real but not real, you will know how to value more the words and more of actions of people than just looking from far and saying, oh, it looks good, or it looks... No. You'll see people as they are, like, once you try to help them, you know. It's fun. You really see them.
Yeah. We also say, like, in Russian, but I will try to translate that, like, the real friend, like, showing himself in happiness or, like, unhappiness, right?
Yes.
Like, how it works for you.
I'm maybe too transparent about it. I feel like there's no time to lose. If you want to say something beautiful to someone, maybe you can keep the bad things to yourself sometimes. The good ones, you just share it and look good. Looks good. Why don't people just say, like, that looks nice, bro? You know, like, not only because it's your thing that you have to say, no, that looks nice, you know. That was really well done. In the opposite, instead of just saying, come on, man, that's really suck, bro. No, you just do it. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
And I really found a thing in this job as a surf coach that I used to do with kids when I used to be a gymnastic teacher. When I was just for 2 years when I was a kid, it was a good experience. It's just once you believe the person that is with you, or the student or the guest or whoever is with you, it's gonna get better. Once you believe in him, I can see all different details, different mistakes here and there, and I can correct all of them. But the first thing I do is perfect, because the whole thing is difficult. Why make it more complicated? We just give the energy back saying, it's perfect, you're doing it your way. You're gonna do it, you know? And in the end of the day, people do it. It's amazing. Yeah. It's just, how can a little change in believing in someone and not even caring about gives so much difference to that people's life. And I hope that everybody can make that difference in everybody's life, because they're gonna grow a lot. And you know, every time you help someone, you grow. You feel that growing inside, you know. And you feel like, okay, this feels different. And it is actually a part that makes you more proud of yourself, you know. And you feel lighter, like you go your own way after you help someone randomly. And you feel like it's a reward.
Yeah.
That's money.
Sharing the energy.
And that's
moving.
money, you know. That's a lot of money there. There's a lot of money there in those beautiful moments that you share with people. Because, for example, I've been sharing moments all around the world, luckily, and I can go to those same people now, today, and look at them, and you're like, we're a family, you know. Because I really share them with the full intent of being me. Because people sometimes they try to be someone else, they can do it, but if you're too far away from that person that you're trying to be and the person that you are, people are gonna realize it. And nowadays everybody is getting so smart with their ability to read feelings, to read other energies, to read other people. You see those gaps in the people, the person that you want to try to be and the one you are. So you try to be the one you are and you just try to close that gap. Because there's always something different about you. Always something different about everyone. Once you find it, you'll always be happy. And happiness has to be conquered every second of your life.
And what makes you different? What do you think? Being yourself?
I don't know. Maybe makes me different, I think, is the fact that I really, really like to be here. And I don't know, it's just every time I see people, it's like a magnet. I get attracted by people and I see their energy and I already change something in them, like just from smiling or saying something stupid or saying something wise or saying something dummy, you know. But I like that. I like to sparkle that, you know. Maybe that's the things that I have different. I like to sparkle people. People think like sometimes, you're messing with me, but then they realize, no. He's just trying to give us a different input or a different vibration, you know.
Yeah, but you really have that. Because when I arrive, I remember I'm that person who putting attention on details. And like when we just shake our hands, I was like, yeah, I'm in the right place. And it's like you have that like energy coming from nowhere, like from yourself, of course.
Boom.
But really like it's feelable, you know. You can really feel it, and that's something, I don't know.
The thing is, I'm not very ashamed to expose my feelings and my energy. And some people, they're more shy, they're more into them, you know. But for example, there was a guest here that just last week, I don't know, maybe you didn't cross her. It was Vera. She came from Israel. It was the first time we were alone here. And she came very, very shy, very, very shy. And I told her, Vera, here, you're gonna find family. She's like, Ricardo, I already like you, but you know, I don't know the other people. Oh, you think I'm gonna be with the other people? I said, I don't know you, but from looking at you, you look like a treasure to me. You have so much good things in you. And she's like, no. And then all of a sudden, everybody's like grabbing Vera. Like she was really like a special person, you know. And she was afraid of what people would think about her or which energy she was. And as soon as I look at her, you're not right. And then when she left, couple of eyes are crying, including mine, you know. So it's good to see this, you know, that people come, and I'm always there to, you know, pay attention to that moment and try to make her feel as comfortable as she can be. And I think what makes me different is I can see people and I just connect. It's family. I don't see nobody as an enemy, but I have this justice in me, you know. If I see something wrong with someone, you're gonna see me screaming and going loud. You know, the lion that doesn't want to fight, but he's going to get loud, so he gets, you know, attention. And if something is wrong or something is out of the place, you're going to see me there. I'm going to be the first one. I'm not shanty away from problems. No, I'm actually the opposite. I try to see problems and I try to see if I can fix it.
So you're like protecting others from...
Yes, but even some people, I protect them from themselves. They started getting bad to this one, to that one, and to this one, meaning they are being bad to themselves. They're not finding their real balance. If they just see evil and evil things to do, they're not doing their best. They're going out of the way, you know, and getting more into darkness, more into loneliness. So those are the ones I have to grab and give it more love, you know. It's kind of crazy, you know, but I think the true meaning is that people maybe would hug more, they would fight less.
Yeah, absolutely. You because you work like a lot with people and you share that energy. Have you ever have some like burnout, and how do you having the recovering? Like, yeah, you said about mantras and that stuff.
You know, my friends know me in my house. My house has been since 17 years old, like the retreat. So I already receive a lot of lost hearts, broken heads, broken people. And I love it, you know. It's a challenge for me because I love people. I cannot surrender myself to anybody's problem. Just, it's too complicated. No, I like to be there, you know. Through life, and especially lately, so you see a lot of people going down and trying to be as happy and as mental possible as they can through all of this madness right now happening. And I feel like this is even more important to do, you know, to pay attention to others, to pay attention how you can change that energy. Where can you change it, you know? I see people trying to get into the end of the line, but if I'm there, it's just the beginning of the new line.
And have you ever been heartbroken, or like you?
I've been a little bit of everything, so I kind of empathize with the person because maybe I've been through that, you know. I think everybody already been heartbroken, so I've also been heartbroken. But it was the best way to even help others. It's when you go through things, you know, when you feel them, you go through the same feelings and the same emotions, and that gives you a sense of connecting to other people with the same emotion and the same feeling. And so because I also went through it and I came on top of the problems, like if we are here, it means that we're still on top of the problems, not the problem, we're on top of them. I put that into other people's needing in that time, you know, because there's all these people broken heart every day, you know. So mostly all of the ones who know me, they know that they can come from me for advice or for silence or just for company, you know, because I know I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm going to be on their side. Whoever wrong they did, in that moment, it's not important. The most important thing is to try to fix the broken pieces, you know. This is more important than just judge what he did, whatever happened. No.
No judgments, just support.
Drink a cup of tea, do some breathing, you know, and let's pay attention to ourselves.
Yeah.
Usually I take people into a journey, into the body journey again, okay? Because of the two realities you live. We live the reality that's here, touching the ground, not going more than that. And then you have a reality in your head that can go around the world and you can think about many different things in a split second, okay? When you're having the two realities too far away from each other, or you're living in a dream world, or you're living maybe under depression, you know? And if you're just caring about your body, maybe you just live in the outer world like too much of what the perfection is about the body and not cultivating yourself better inside, you know. So you have to approach both worlds, the reality from the physical reality and the reality of our heads, our thoughts that can really fly really fast. And once you have a problem, the first reality you have to go is a physical reality, okay? Because if you get stuck in your thoughts again, they're gonna go turn against you because your emotions are not in the right place. So come to your physical body. Let's heal your physical body. Your emotions are going to come afterwards because good things happen when you do sports, when you scream, when you run, when you jump, when you cartwheel, when you do something. Emotions just come and they release something, you know. The adrenaline, the non-adrenaline, there's so many different names for the adrenaline, I don't even know. But once you release that, it's kind of like a cleansing on yourself. So when you say that I have a problem, let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it and let's walk on it. Let's walk and talk.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's, grab and talk. Let's do something with our body and talk. Not just laying down and going down on my thoughts again. No, let's use this. Let's move around and talk about it, you know? So usually my friends, when they come to my house, they already know they're going to have a workout of their problems, you know? They're walking around with their problems, or we're going to go for some volleyball, you know, some golfing and talking and surfing and talking, you know. But I really love to be there for my friends all the time. And it's really difficult because I'm always with so many people around.
Yeah.
And I try to be, you know. Let's do it. We have to be first for us, finding our peace of mind, finding our own starting points, you know. From there, you can help anybody else, you know.
Yeah. And if not like modeling or being a surf coach, like maybe you have another dream job you want to try, like who do you...
I tried a couple of jobs already. I worked in restaurants, I work in construction, I work in gardening, I worked so many different things so far. But because they didn't pay me for it, so it was just experience, okay? But I really did hard work on so many different things through my years of living with a lot of free time. And the ones who know me, they know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Because if you have a house to build, I have free time for everything. And you say, but I need a month. I have two, you know. I just have to come back to see Tiago. I have to see my son every end of the week. Or now I'm seeing it every week, so that's perfect. So I go and I get involved. I come back. I get involved. I come back. Just to make my time fun. So I have a little experience from all the type of jobs that I do, so I can do anything. Up to anything, you know. Dream job, I don't have. I have a dream life, so...
A lot of stuff you said, it should be a quote, really. I just feel that I'm just reading a book of being wise. Like, really, it's such a nice conversation. And your son is also on surfing, into that?
Yeah, I never made him do the things he doesn't want to do, but I made him try a little bit. Just try, you know. I'm not making, try. And he always had a good experience with the sports that I stimulated him to do. But in the end of the day, I always wanted him to do whatever he wanted to do. He loves to play PlayStation, and he's actually a really, really good Fortnite and FIFA player. And the mom was a little bit concerned about it. I said, if he plays 1 hour, let him play 2 hours. Let him be good at it. You know, let him play PlayStation. He loves PlayStation. Let him play PlayStation. It's good. Yeah, but then he has something else to do. Yes, but if he has 2 hours, he's going to get tired by 1 or 2 years. No. He was 14 years old already tired of PlayStation. Couldn't live more PlayStation. He's like, I'm tired. Because I know that sometimes when you're not doing it the way you do it, maybe you're going to do it more because you didn't enjoy the time that you're doing it. So I just say to Tiago, enjoy everything you do. You don't need to be the best at this, the best at that. Just enjoy it. You know, enjoy it. And the most amazing thing about life is going to be the moments you're going to share. Not the ones you live alone. It's the ones you share. So the more you share, the more happy you're going to be. The more friends you can connect, you always going to be like the moderator. Pay attention. Because I know Tiago is a little bit like me and my brother. He is always paying attention to everything. And I always say, use that to protect your friends. And all of your friends, Tiago is always looking at this and that. He always knows that there's a car coming or there's a dog there, or he's, you know, I don't know what he has. He's like the Spider-Man senses, you know. I say, I want him to pay attention to the moment and use that. Use it. Protect your friends. You know, use it wisely. Don't let them get hurt. Don't let them get wild, you know. Because in a group pack, there's more probability of shit happens, you know.
Yeah.
So try to be there. Try to be there for them. And I know he's there for them. So that's, for me, the best way he can live his life.
Do you see like a big difference teaching kids and like adults?
Yes, there's a big difference because kids, you cannot let them alone in the first times they do it because it's really a life. All the life is precious, but kids, it's like a double worry, you know. So when you're working with kids, it's rewarding, but in the end of the day, you gave more energy to something more special. Working with grown-ups, if they like or don't like, they can act on their own. Kids, even if they don't like, maybe they have to be there, they're going to be there. The grown-ups, they can act like, I don't like it, so they can leave. So when I work with grown-ups, I'm mostly dealing with emotional beings. Like more of, I know that if they like something, I better go through there. If I work with kids, I can just give them A, B, C, even if they don't like it. It's raining.
It's rainy. So maybe it's a sign to finish the conversation. But I need to say something like at the end. I was keeping some questions on my mind, but when you started to answer, I'm just realizing that that's already the answer to the questions I wanted to say. So like, I think it's just the end of the conversation. It was really nice talking to you. Yeah, but no, I don't. I have the last question, which we always ask to people: surfing or sex?
I would say sex. Because that means you always with someone. Surfing, you could be on your own.
Yeah.
And in the end of the day, I would prefer company to surfing. Because surfing, I could be on my own. And it's not so fun if you don't share it. Sex, you always have someone else there, right? But it was an interesting question because mostly people would say surfing, but because maybe I know I have surfing, I would say sex. It's easier to get surfing.
Places and places.